my name is Valeria, spelled with a double I or Valerie. A bit old-fashioned though, I like both. A personal YouTube channel is what I've thought about for a while. Last year I even started another channel, it's currently on pause. I'm a full-time IT freelancer and I'm fond of motion design and productivity. So my current goal is to boost my design skills and build several sources of income. But first let's move back 8 years ago. 2016, I'm graduating from university with a diploma in English and French translation, and I had no idea what I'd like to do in this life. The only thing that I knew is that I didn't want to pour over papers and translate texts that I'm not interested in at all. So I tried going to a couple of interviews. Everything that was proposed to was a position of secretary for $200 per month. That sucks really. So I got disappointed by my work and study, got married. I started looking for something that would be more interesting for me and given some reasonable amount of money. Here comes my new hobby, making cakes. At the same time, I took some student for private English classes. And cakes were always so backbreaking as a hobby for me. It required lots of new skills and they all were related to do something by hands, manually, not by brain. For example, this is the mastic figure that took me 3 days to do, completely insane. Lots of spoiled crosses when attempting to do a perfect cream, lots of nerves. I was tired of it. 2017, my husband is a software developer. He told me that there is a software testing and what it is for. For that time, I had no clue of software testing. I googled some information and decided to enter the university again. So this time it was a 2-year program in software testing and I was accepted and started studying again. I learned lots about computers, algorithm programming, software architecture, and a bunch of new information for me. 2018, I got overwhelmed by making cakes. Although I had a lot of clients, it didn't give me a lot of money. Something around $10 profit per one cake that took me 2 or 3 days to complete, along with its decor and stick figures. So in the beginning of 2018, I heard about the internship in software testing in one of the largest IT companies in our country. For that time, I can't say that I was super excited about testing, but anyway, it seemed a good option for me and a lot of new knowledge that was a big bonus for me, of course. Soon I got my first job offer from the same company and I was quite satisfied with it. 2019, I got promoted from junior to a middle QA engineer in my company and we decided to move to another city where I started looking for a new company and a new job. I found a company that were developing 3D scanners and software for them. That sounded for me so unusual and highly scientific that I was happy to accept their job offer. 2022, pandemic started. As many others, I worked from home and evaluated all the pros of working remotely. I knew that I wasn't going to get back to office at all. At the same time, I wanted to learn software development deeper. I initiated a studying project at my work. During the whole pandemic, I had been working on my own application, being a software developer half-time and a QA half-time. Soon, I burned out. Software development seemed so cool and so prestigious for me that I couldn't hear my own feelings coming from my heart that I don't really like it. I didn't like the lack of creativity, I did like solving problems and all the mathematics and programming. So I urgently need some hobby to dissolve this marathon in my life. And one of the hobbies since my childhood was video editing. Even when I didn't travel at all, I made some footage from my family celebrations and created some video clips from them. So in 2020, I thought it would be good to make any kind of intro for my videos and to learn how to do it. I googled it and that was the day when I knew about 3D modeling and animation. And then I was up to my ears in learning Blender, a 3D modeling software. By 2022, I felt stability, and feeling stability has always been the main factor that pushed me forward to new stages of my life. I entered the recruiting market again, and with an upgraded resume and over 3 years of working experience in the industry. So I had strong desire to find a job related to design, at least to test it. And this happened. I got a job offer from a startup developing a platform for 2D and 3D designers. And it really became my turning point. Since it was a startup, it was much more transparent to observe the strategy of building a business from scratch. Then I decided that I'd like to move on with my own business related to 2D animation and motion design, but not QA engineering anymore. In 2022, like many others, we also started slow traveling non-stop. I was thinking of getting an immigration visa to have some reliable guarantees in my life. I was torn between preparing an immigration case by myself as a digital nomad or IT leader, or being relocated by any company, which would mean to me to be tied to a particular location or a particular employer, and I didn't like it at all. That wasn't my plan anymore. So in 2023, I decided to start preparing an immigration case for the UK Global Talent Visa. We visited the UK as tourists and was so excited about this country, and that became the main direction of my activities for the whole 2023. I only had time to work on my full-time job, doing all my duties and preparing my case like in the evenings or in the weekend, and of course traveling from country to country. My next video will be about the process of preparing my case for the UK Global Talent Visa as a QA engineer, so I'll share my experience in detail. That's why stay tuned. By the end of 2023, I finally applied my documents for this visa and started waiting for the decision, which took around 1 month. On the 3rd of January 2024, I got an endorsement letter from the UK government. I breathed with a sigh of relief. No matter what else is going on to happen in this world, at least I have some residential documents except for my passport, which allow me to live in any country except for my home one. Currently, I have enough time to study motion design, preparing a portfolio to show it to my future clients, and I'm also trying to diversify my sources of income by finding some freelance clients and starting an Etsy shop with Notion templates. Now I'd like to share my path from a full-time freelancer for one company to a digital entrepreneur. It will help me to somehow document my journey, and I hope it will help you to get some inspiration from my experience. Along with that, I'm planning to film some of my travels, so I'm sure you'll find lots of interesting for you on this channel if you subscribe. Still not sure? Be brave. Click this button. Yeah, right here. Yeah, great job. Thanks. Alright, thank you for watching this first video on my channel. I hope it resonates with you and your interests. Let's catch up with you in the next one. Bye!